Centering around a disabled high school boy, he becomes a paranormal hunter in search of evil spirits who escape the afterlife. Also known as Amazing So Mun or Amazing Rumor, The Uncanny Counter aired its first season on OCN and Netflix. On today's Midnight Binge, we're looking at the unique world of the Uncanny Counter.
Hello, you're listening to Utter Randomness. I'm Luli, your host, and this isn't my voice. Sorry for using a text-to-speech generator, and this will continue to be a thing until my throat is better.
Taking place in a fictional city in South Korea, a group of ghost/demon hunters called Counters take on the difficult task of searching and destroying evil spirits who are attempting to gain immortality by possessing humans and murdering people. The Counters, having all once been in comas, are partnered with Youngs, which are spirits who, in exchange for healthy bodies as well as superhuman strength and abilities, must now hunt and eliminate evil spirits. Once a group of 4 Counters, Gamo Tak, Do Hana, and Chumayoke have to break in a new counter after Counter Jang Chul Jung is killed after taking on an especially powerful, or level 3, spirit. Wai Jen, the young who once possessed Chul Jung, in search for a comatose body finds So Mun, who is healthy despite his disability. He discovers answers at the Counter's headquarters, a noodle shop called Iani's Noodles. He doesn't just discovers answers to becoming a counter, but also the truth behind the death of his parents and the seedy underside of a major development in Yungjin. Based on the webtoon Amazing Rumor by Jang Yi, The Uncanny Counter stars Jo Byung-gyu, Yoo Jun Sang, Kim Sejong, and In Hae Ran. While it has been picked up for a second season, which doesn't always happen for Korean dramas, scriptwriter Yo Ji-na left after 12 episodes because of creative differences regarding the series' final. The 13th episode was written by director Yoo Seon-dong, and the final 3 episodes were written by Kim Se-bom. The Uncanny Counter gave the OCN the highest viewership for the network, which ranged between 700,000 up to 3.25 million viewers per episode. Episodes were simultaneously released on OCN/TVN and Netflix, allowing for viewers to be accrued both nationally and domestically. The main reason the show is called The Uncanny Counter is because So Mun has the uncanny ability to call up something called a young territory. Similar to Hana, who can sense evil spirits within a territory, So Mun has to work hard to be able to control this new ability, which, when done recklessly, can hurt the other Youngs and cause Wai Jen to fade. Each counter has a special place within the group. Hana can read others' memories, as well as enter them, when touched, and is able to sense evil spirits within her territory. Mayoke can heal others and serves as a sort of mother figure and advisor for the group. Mo Tak gained the ability of super strength, and So Mun not only gained the novel ability of summoning a young territory at will, but he has psychokinesis too. Their main adversaries are the level 3 spirits Ji Chung Sin and Baek Hyung Hee. Each have their own abilities ranging from communicating with the possessing spirit, psychokinesis, superhuman strength, and psychometry. Unfortunately, the Counters aren't just up against evil spirits, but also corrupt police, corrupt businessmen, other form of criminals, and their own pasts. Originally, the OCN production team was not going to make a season 2 for The Uncanny Counter, which isn't unusual for a Korean television show. Usually multiple seasons are in variety shows. However, the surprising success of the show has opened up discussions for another season, as well as possibilities into turning the show into a seasonal series, meaning possible multiple returns. A various number of things have to be considered when making The Uncanny Counter Season 2, such as scheduling the main cast to make their return. Multiple cast members are idols, meaning that scheduling around comebacks is a must in order to have the main cast intact for another season. Obviously, COVID-19 is a massive factor, and regulations must be considered when returning to filming, and another number of factors. Unfortunately, there has also been a number of rumors surrounding the cast about bullying, and there has been petitions to have that cast member removed from The Uncanny Counter. There hasn't been much news involving this unfortunate circumstance, and this has been a growing pattern in rumors and allegations in regard to bullying and more. I won't get into the specifics because 1, this isn't what this blog is primarily about, and 2, action has been taken from multiple agencies in regards to the alleged bullying and allegations/rumors. While there is no news about when The Uncanny Counter will return, if the show is to become a seasonal series, and the first season came out late November, there can be an assumption that if scheduling and other specifics can be worked out, then Season 2 can be expected to make its debut around the same time, November to January. I was pleasantly surprised with The Uncanny Counter. I rate it 3. 8/5. Dramas usually have some kind of love relationship that happens within the show, whether it be with the major or minor characters. But what was a breath of fresh air is that the Uncanny Counter has no love interests within it. I'm not saying that love interests are a bad thing, but in the case of the Uncanny Counter, it would have felt forced. It felt like the writers were more focused on the relationships of the characters, the development of the story, and the story of the individual characters. Example, Hana absolutely does not like being touched, in part because of her abilities and in part because of what happened to her. Her whole family was poisoned, which is what caused Hana's coma. However, by the end of the season, she's grown more comfortable with the people around her and herself, and allows herself that kind of affection from others, even though she is still rightfully leery of it. I have not checked out the webtoon, but like Sweet Home, I do intend to check it out to compare and contrast differences and similarities between show and comic. Until next time, cheers.